Hi, my name is Bob Ross, and welcome to the 357th episode of Aftershock.
So, as you can tell, this drawing takes you out of proportion. The design is so good and complex that it takes your mind out of the real world. Would you look at that?
Coming up on this week's episode of Aftershock,
Josie tells us the history of Black Friday.
Neil gives us an outline of the Young at Art Museum fashion show.
And Ethan catches us up on all things Lightning Athletics.
What's up, Cypress Bay? I'm Tati Del Carpio.
And I'm Nick Ramos, and
Aftershock
Aftershock starts now. Hey, Tati, did you go Black Friday shopping?
I could never. People get too crazy over deals on toasters.
Well, Josie caught us up on the history of the big deal holiday.
Scan, swipe, and scan, swipe. That is what retailers want you to do on Black Friday. But how did this post-Thanksgiving tradition even get here?
Bedlam in the aisles of some of the nation's biggest retailers, shoppers fighting over garments.
It's the holiday kickoff.
Many believe it originated in Philadelphia when thousands of shoppers descended into downtown the day after Thanksgiving in the 1950s. That same weekend, Philadelphia also hosted the Army-Navy football game, requiring officers to work 12-hour shifts to control the masses. Due to the large crowds, the Philadelphia Police Department originally named the dreaded day Black Friday. The term rode along into the 1960s. Stores tried changing the name of the discount day to Big Friday in order to get rid of the negative connotation. But by the 1980s, the term Black Friday spread throughout the U.S. and was reinvented into something positive.
And others in the Northeast braved record cold temperatures in long lines for a good deal.
Ever since, shoppers have been lining up as early as Thanksgiving Day in order to take advantage of the big markdowns. Typically, Black Friday has been the day when companies go from losing money, or in the red, to making money, or otherwise known as in the black. To attract customers and bring in increased foot traffic, on average, stores provide a 37% discount. This year, there was an estimated 164 million consumers nationwide who braved the chaos and long lines from Thanksgiving to Cyber Monday, who were projected to spend over $1 trillion. Some companies, such as Walmart, claim to have brought in 22 million customers in 2017. Black Friday, which originally began in Philadelphia, has not only become an American tradition, but has now expanded worldwide. Even though Thanksgiving is an American holiday, the fall shopping festivity has spread to many countries, such as Canada, France, Brazil, and China. What began as a 1960s shopping spree, Black Friday has developed into an annual tradition for citizens and businesses worldwide. Josie Clancy, CB-TV.
The Young at Art Museum hosted their annual fashion show.
And Neil got a recap of it all.
On November 16th at the Young at Art Museum, the 13th annual Recycled Dress Show took place as local teens debuted their creations of dresses using only recycled materials. This event was hosted by volunteers and staff with booths set up by many vendors, restaurants, and event sponsors. The teens who participated in this event have shown their hard work by creating these dresses for more than 70 hours, if not 4 weeks. The goal of this fashion show is to bring awareness to the trash in oceans that affect wildlife. This event has taught these young designers many new qualities and techniques that can be used throughout their lives. All of the proceeds raised through this event will be returned back to the Young at Art community, so they will be able to continue to host such events that benefit our community. Neil Shulkin, CB TV.
At the Western YMCA, members are able to work out, swim, or catch up with some old friends. The organization has helped people across the U.S. become happier and healthier versions of themselves.
Well, at the YMCA, first of all, we're a non-for-profit. We are the 4th largest non-for-profit. A lot of people don't know that. Our impact stretches across 50 states. I would say most importantly, we believe in helping communities get wellness and get healthier.
The employee's passionate work ethic strives to help people become more fit.
Since I'm very passionate and I like to work out a lot, it's not just something that's like a job to me. It's something that I feel like I enjoy doing. So it's something that I feel like I could share that joy to other people and help them, actually learn to enjoy exercising, enjoy, pushing themselves in the gym and becoming a stronger version of themselves.
Drive for the job really is helping people, serving. That's one of the things I like, that I get satisfaction from being part of the YMCA. I've worked in corporate jobs before. Like I said again, the YMCA being a non-profit, I see the impact of what I do, and it makes me feel good at the end of the day knowing that I'm not just, in a gym. We're more than a gym, we are the YMCA.
As the YMCA has been growing throughout the years, members like Cole have seen the benefits of the organization.
I say it really helped me improve emotionally because it helped me build up my confidence and just helped me learn just lots of different things, whether it be like workouts or just meeting new people. It just brought me into a happier state of life, just being better physically and mentally.
The YMCA has managed to positively impact people's lives and help them in their journey to ensuing happiness. Nicholas Ramos, CB TV. Here's Ethan with this week's Lightning Athletics.
It's that time of the year at Cypress Bay where all eyes go towards basketball. And I'm turning into a lunatic myself. Here's Tati with the first game of the year.
The Cypress Bay Lightning basketball team played their first game against the Nova Titans. The Lightning started off the first half of the game at a disadvantage, allowing the Titans to take the lead. Although they had a few breakaways, they were unable to capitalize on them. However, Cypress gave Nova a hard time with their fiery defense. But this was not enough to put them in the lead, ending the first half 22-31. The Lightning came into the second half with a new attitude and energy with strong passing, keeping the ball in their possession. Due to Cypress's powerful offense and capitalization of open space, the Lightning landed multiple three-pointers, putting them in the lead. As time was dwindling to the end of the game, the Titans started to break down with many sloppy passes and aggressive plays, awarding Cypress multiple free throws. The Lightning kept up the intensity, disregarding Nova's aggravation, winning the game 59-51.
Cypress Bay Soccer took on American Heritage in an action-packed game. And here's Nick with the coverage.
Cypress Bay played American Heritage in one of the most anticipated games of the year. Cypress Bay started off strong, only allowing Heritage to score one goal going into the second half, 0-1. Starting the second half, the Lightning led an explosive attack, scoring 3 goals, making the score 3-1. Nearing the end of the game, Heritage had a chance to put a point on the board, but the penalty was blocked by star goalkeeper Brian Martinez, putting Cypress Bay on top 3-1. Cypress Bay hopes to continue their undefeated season against South Plantation on November 27th.
Taking a cooler approach on sports, here's Dean with this week's hockey game.
Cypress Bay faced off against Boca Raton on November 26th.
They're a team we should beat. I think we've certainly got the firepower to beat them, so if we stay out of the penalty box, which has been a little bit of a problem for us, we've had a lot of penalties the last few games. but I think this game should be a big win for us.
Cypress Bay began off with an explosive start, leaving the first period 2-1. During the second period, the Lightning managed to score 5 more goals on the crumbling Boca Raton defense, ending the period 7-2. As the game came to an end, Cypress Bay struck again, leaving Boca Raton in the dust, ending the game 8-2.
Usually high school is a lot more rough than just regular hockey, so I mean, most of us don't take it that seriously, but when someone just comes up and gives us like a late hit or something like that, we really don't take it well. So
Cypress Bay hopes to win their next game on November 28th.
Here's what it takes to be a mean, lean muscle machine.
Stop eating these salads to be healthy!
What do you suggest I do?
If you want to be a lean and mean muscle machine like me, you gotta put down those greens and follow me.
Alright, I will. What is this machine?
This is the machine where we get the protein.
I get protein in my Poke Bowls.
Enough of this hokey pokey! I'm here to turn you around and make you into a mean muscle machine like me! Let me just show you how it's done. So first, you gotta put on the apron. Alright? Second, you gotta throw on that meat. And third, you're gonna eat the meat.
Why?
Because it gets the gains that pops the veins.
Okay.
And while Ike's gone, I want to tell you this isn't the most tender meat, but it's a pretty tender meat, let me tell you that right now. Here's some of the foods you need to eat to be looking like me. But you can't just eat. You also gotta go to the glorious House of Games.
I get the point. Can you put your shirt back on, please?
Fine, man.
And that's a wrap for this week's Lightning Athletics. I'm Ethan Gare, CBTV Sports.
Hi, meet Dave. He's creating a new club at Cypress Bay, but doesn't have any members. If only there was some way to promote it. Dave knows that teachers and students love to watch Aftershock every Friday, so he stopped by room 316 and asked for an ad spot. Not only does this work for clubs, but it also works for businesses, events, and even fundraisers. Students flooded Dave's new club. He couldn't be any happier. Be like Dave.
Tati, this is gonna sound crazy, but I've always wanted to play the violin.
You would look really funny playing the violin.
But I would be so good.
Hey, I know a violinist who could help you out. And here's Ben with more.
Many kids have hobbies like sports, gaming, or even cooking, but this 12-year-old is quite different.
I don't know, I just had an interest in picking up an instrument, and violin just seemed to appeal to me the most. I went through a couple instruments to see if those also gave me the same feeling as the violin did, but none even came close.
Over the years, Samuel has been perfecting his technique with many inspirations along the way.
To get like Itzhak Perlman or Hilary Hahn is my goal, and to have such a great sound as them is what I strive to be.
He has been recognized by other local musicians and even the Florida Youth Orchestra, hoping to make his talents heard.
My family, more so my brother, have been my greatest inspiration because my brother, he plays 3 instruments actually, the drums, bass guitar, and just acoustic guitar. And how he's been so dedicated to those instruments makes me want to push just as hard as him.
Starting in kindergarten, he was asking to play the violin. And as a parent, I just thought, he is too little, it's a hard instrument, but he did not give up asking. So finally in 2nd grade, we let him start, and in just 5 years, he has really just unbelievably progressed in his technique and how he sounds when he plays. So we love it. I love it.
Samuel hopes to continue on his path to one day be the inspirations that he admires day to day. Ben Schiller, CBTV.
That's all for this week's episode of Aftershock.
If you want to watch more CBTV productions, visit us at cypressbaytv.com.
And while you're at it, follow us on Twitter at Cypress Bay CBTV.
I'm Nick Ramos.
And I'm Tati Del Carpio. Thanks for watching.